Hello everyone, I welcome you all in the course of IC engine fuel and lubricants. In previous lecture, I have talked about introduction to IC engine. In that, I have discussed about what is engine, how it is classified, different components of engine, its nomenclature and basic terminology used. Then what is 2-stroke engine, what is 4-stroke engine, how they are different. So, now in today's lecture I will continue the introduction to IC engines. So, this is the outline of today's lecture. I will talk about in this lecture what is SI engine, what is CI engine, how they are different, their comparison. Then for their operation we need some mechanism of valve, then valve mechanism, different valve mechanism also I have discussed, and with the help of valve mechanism we are able to have the valve timing diagram. So, we start SI engine. SI stands for spark ignition engine. As the name suggests, because in engine I have already told you that we have to burn the fuel. If that fuel is burned with the help of some spark, because the fuel cannot burn automatically, it needs some external source, external heat source for initiation the combustion process. That initiation occurred with the help of spark plug, which is installed in the cylinder at a appropriate position, and when the spark should be there, it is timed accordingly as per the engine. It means what is the RPM of the engine, what is the configuration of the cylinder, what is the CC of the engine. CC stand for cubic centimeter, its swept volume. So, SI engine may be 2-stroke, may be 4-stroke. In previous lecture we have discussed how 2-stroke SI engine work and how 4-stroke SI engine work. So, we can see through this PV diagram the how the SI engine work. First of all, I have to explain the basic of the spark ignition engine. Let these are the two extreme dead center TDC and ODC. Here is the carburetor, and at one point fuel is coming and another point air is coming, and what the carburetor does, it mixes the air and fuel, air plus fuel mixture. This is intake manifold, this is exhaust manifold or exhaust passage for burnt gases, this is spark plug. So, it is very simple construction of SI engine. Fuel and air get mixed in the carburetor, we get air plus fuel mixture as per the load on the engine, as per its operating condition, we get that air fuel mixture, that is called charge. So, here in SI engine we got premixed charge. So, when the premixed charge enters through the inlet valve here, it get compressed by the upward motion of the piston, and after compression the charge, pressure as well as temperature increases. So, we ideally, because ideal and you can say ideal or theoretical and the real condition is different. I am explaining the ideal condition. So, with the help of PV diagram you can see when the fuel is when the piston is in downward motion, the fresh charge coming through the intake manifold, and that process called intake stroke or suction process. Suction process means fresh charge is sucked with the help of downward motion of the piston. You can see from this diagram, it is ideal PV diagram because pressure and volume in IC engine keep varying. So, from we start from 0 here, this volume called clearance volume, this volume is clearance volume. So, we start here when if the piston, it is the vertical condition, if that it is horizontal, then these are the conditions, these are the extreme condition, where let this dotted line shows the intermediate position of the piston, and this angle is crank angle theta, crank radius r, connecting rod is having length L. So, when the piston is somewhere in between, that location is identified with the help of crank angle theta. Theta is having the value of 0 and 180 at the extreme positions. So, from 0 to 1 what is happening? 0 to 1 when piston goes in this direction, the fuel air mixture is sucked. So, 0 to 1 is called suction process, suction, and I have written it as a straight line because it is ideal, it is taking place at a constant pressure, but not it is happening in actual case. So, 0 to 1, then at one point means the extreme position, in this case this is the extreme position. So, at one point the piston movement stops and that inlet valve is closed instantaneously, and what happens, exhaust valve is already closed. Here this compression you can see also this in a schematic form. So, now at this point we are at this point. So, now compression starts from point 1. So, 1 to 2 is compression, that compression may be polytropic, may be reversible adiabatic also. So, we from 1 to 2 we compress the fuel and air mixture. So, at point 2 again when piston comes to this point, at this point here what happens, both valves are still closed. At this point when it comes at 2 point, what happened, we give a spark with the help of spark plug, means is very infinitesimal time we give the very high voltage through the spark plug, and because of that a current or a spark is created here, and because of that spark what happened, here the already compressed charge is here and it get ignited, by consuming that heat it get ignited. So, when it the accumulated charge, when it accumulated charge is ignited, what happen at point 2, it suddenly the pressure and temperature will shoot up at to the point 3. which is the maximum pressure and maximum temperature at point 3. So, ideally it has been assumed that from 2 to 3 the volume remains constant, means piston remains here at clearance volume from 2 to 3, which is not possible practically. So, I am taking, so first of all, ideal condition. Then at point 3 again what happened, because of the formation of the blast, means for burning of the whole charge contained here, the pressure and temperature, that because of that blast this pressure is higher and this impact force on the piston, and piston moves in this direction, and when piston keep moving in this direction, what will happen? Volume will increase. So, volume is increasing and pressure is reducing. So, this process 3 to 4 is called power stroke or expansion stroke or expansion process. So, 3 to 4. So, when we are at point 4, what happen? Still this is closed and exhaust valve open, and because of the opening of this exhaust valve, all the combustion products goes, suddenly the pressure will drop and all the combustion products goes. So, the because of opening of that exhaust valve, pressure reduces to point 1 again, and from 1 again this piston moves in this direction and swept out all the burned products from here, from the exhaust system, and this keep going, it is repeated, that is why it is a cyclic process. So, it is happening. So, in brief we can say that in spark ignition engine what is happening, because of spark you are able to have power, that is why it is spark ignition engine. Now, come to the CI engine, which is known as compression ignition engine. Compression ignition means there is no spark plugs here. Here what we do, there is no carburetor type is here. Here we from surrounding we sucked only air during the suction stroke. There is what is difference between SI and CI engine? The only difference is here we suck only air from the surrounding. In SI engine we suck the charge mixed, already pre-mixed fuel and air. Here the engine sucked only air, and this air during suction process, when during the suction process, this shows induction stroke also. Then during compression stroke both valves are closed, and what will happen when it comes to the top dead center or inner dead center in case of horizontal orientation, the pressure will be very high, temperature will be very high. Then at this point in SI engine we create a spark with the help of a spark plug, but here there is no spark plug. Spark plug is replaced by fuel injectors. So, with the help of this fuel injector, which inject the fuel at very high, against the very high pressure, because it is already compressed air is here at very high temperature. So, when because CI engine is mostly diesel engine is the CI engine. So, diesel is injected here and the auto ignition temperature of diesel is somewhere between 300 to 340 degrees Celsius. So, when it is compressed and injected over the compressed air at very high pressure, what happen? The droplets of diesel after injection absorb the heat over here and evaporated, get mixed with the already coming air, compressed air, and suddenly because the temperature of here is very high at the order of 400 or 500. So, it get auto ignited. So, CI engine also called auto ignition engine because there is no spark plug. So, here this because injection take place at a certain pressure, that is why it is constant type. From 2 to 3 we are injecting fuel. So, you can see 0 to 1 suction, then 1 to 2 compression, then from 2 to 3 we are injecting fuel, fuel injection process and burning process 2 to 3 because we are burning, similarly at the same time we are injecting as well as burning, that is why volume is increases, volume goes increases, piston starts moving, that at point 3 point just starts when the complete fuel is burned, it gets expansion process. So, 3 to 4 is the expansion process, then we suddenly pressure drops, exhaust process, and we come here, and after the piston movement to upward direction, all the burnt fuel got, we got that burnt fuel, we are able to got that burnt fuel outside the surrounding burnt products. So, this was all about the working of SI and CI engine. This is the comparison of SI and CI engine, and brief I can tell you that SI engine we use spark plug and CI engine we use the auto ignition principle, and they are using, SI engine are using very small compression ratio, CI engine are using very high compression ratio because there is no spark plug. So, they are heavier, CI engine are heavier, SI engine are small capacity, and SI engines run on very high RPM, CI engine runs on very low RPM, approximately 2000 RPM, but CI engine is having high thermal efficiency as compared to the SI engine because they are very high size of the CI engine, that so their maintenance cost is high, and for SI engine the maintenance cost is low as compared to CI engine. CI engine can also be used as a stationary engine for 2 to 5 megawatt of power generation. So, we can compare SI and CI engine on the basis of their constructional, on the basis of their operation behavior. SI engine work on the principle of Otto cycle, behind the name of the scientist Otto cycle, and diesel engine works on the principle of diesel, CI engine works on the principle of diesel engine because it works on the thermodynamic cycle named as diesel cycle. Now, come to the valve timing diagram, how the valves are operated, because the inlet and closing of the valves is very important. So, ideally it was assumed that here top dead center, bottom dead center, here. So, ideally it was assumed that here when piston come from top dead center to bottom dead center, so that process called suction. So, suction process, then after suction what happen? Compression, then what happen after compression? Expansion, expansion process, then expansion, then exhaust. So, this is ideal diagram, but real is somewhat different. In real diagram, top dead center, bottom, here we see the TDC and BDC, the because there are opening of valves means inlet valve open, inlet valve close, exhaust valve open, exhaust valve close, and ignition start. So, here the inlet valve ideally was open here and closed here, and but here the inlet valve is opened somewhat before, it depends on the speed of the engine. So, inlet valve opening is here at this point somewhat degree before the top dead center, it depends on the speed of the engine, and close after bottom dead center, somewhat that degree depend on the high speed of the engine. So, why it is done? Because fuel to come in needs some time because of the inertia of the valves we need some time, that is why the valve should be opened before, so that complete fuel can be come into the site. And why it is closed after bottom dead center? Because the fuel is just coming having very high kinetic energy. So, we want that charge should be maximum as possible during the suction stroke. So, we cannot stop the closing of valve here, we stop here. So, that because of the ram effect we are able to have maximum fuel or maximum charge inside the cylinder. Then compression, and before compression we start ignition here ideally, but here ignition starts somewhat degree before. Why? Because it is not an instantaneous process. Ideally it is instantaneous, but really it needs some time. So, that is why it is start before ignition, so that we can complete flame can be propagated and complete combustion occurs. Then exhaust, then expansion occurs and exhaust valve open here, but here we exhaust valve open before. So, that because of we can have the advantage of high pressure and complete removal of the products is there, and expansion valve close not at here, we close here. In ideal case we stop here. Why? So, the maximum, because of the scavenging process we are able to exhaust out all the pollutants from the chamber. So, the you can see here the period where the inlet valve and exhaust valve is open, this is the period where the both valves are open, called overlap period. So, the overlap period is lesser for petrol engine and higher for diesel engine. So, this is same diagram, but it is for very high speed. Similarly, you can see the valve timing diagram for 4 stroke diesel engine, all is same just like in spark ignition engine, but difference is that here the spark is not occur, here the fuel valve open and closes. So, here the only air is sucked during the suction stroke, then here the suction stroke inlet valve open here, suction stroke, inlet valve close here, then compression, and before the end of the compression we start some degree before fuel valve open, and here the fuel valve is closed. So, we are injecting fuel continuously, FVO, fuel valve open, fuel valve closed. Then after blast of because of the auto ignition, expansion occurs, and similarly we exhaust valve opened some degree before the bottom dead center. So, that we are able to remove the combustion products, otherwise they will be mixed with the charge, coming charge, and decrease the efficiency. And again at point this exhaust starts and does not end here, it ends somewhere after the top dead center. The reason is same, we want to completely remove the exhaust products. This is for high speed, this is for low speed. Now, the valve mechanism is nothing but only the mechanism with the help of which we are able to operate the inlet valve and exhaust valve. Timely important, it is very important to open and close the valve timely. So, according to the location of the valves the valve mechanism is of two types: valve mechanism for operating the valve in engine block and valve mechanism for operating the valve in the cylinder head. So, as per our need we use that mechanism. So, this diagram is for push rod type valve mechanism. Here you can see the different components of that. Here is the cam, which is operated with the help of movement of the crankshaft. It is connected, it is revolving approximately high half of the speed of the crankshaft, and this is tapered, and this cam is designed in this shape depending up as per your requirement. It is called cam profile. This is follower part called push rod. So, when it moves and when this end comes, it get lifted and because of the lift of this it is having a this about this axis, it is having a swing motion, spring is compressed and the valve lifted. So, fresh charge either enter or exhaust products either goes out, and it after some time as per your need, as per depending upon the RPM of the engine, this because of the stiffness of the spring, the valve get closed. So, you can see the what the function, the push rod transmits the lifting force from the valve tappet to the rocker arm, cam is connected to the engine shaft, valve timing opening and closing depend on the cam shaft rotation. So, these are the different components. This diagram is for the overhead valve mechanism. This is for you can see the same diagram, the working here is the cam, it movement of this cam, effort this swing motion and the spring goes down, this is you can see here upward and downward motion, this known as valve seat, fuel either charge come from here or exhaust will go from here if this is exhaust valve, and automatically when this end comes here, it spring compresses again and the valve sit over the valve seat and it get closed. So, this was the overhead valve. Why overhead? Because this is the engine head and we provide the valve over the head of the cylinder, that is why it is known as overhead mechanism. And this is for side, this is installed in the block of the engine cylinder. This is it is also known as, it is not using any rocker arm here, you can see. So, we can also design a valve which is not having this type of arrangement. So, this was all about the introduction to IC engine. Thank you so much.